Peace, people. What's going on? This is Boogie from Boogie's Place. It's my opinion. You know how we do it, man. It's my sports channel, man. And I want to talk about a couple of things around the NBA that a lot of people ain't really was talking about, man. So this is Boogie, man. I am back. You know how we do. I'm back with another one. And yeah, so I want to talk about a couple of things around the NBA, man. And you know how we do it. Dig into my crate. You go talk about it. Boogie's Place. Yes, sir. So again, man, this is Boogie from Boogie's Place. It's my opinion. You know how we do it, man. Please, if you like the content, like, subscribe, comment, man. You know what I'm saying? It don't cost you nothing, bro. It don't cost you a dime. So anyway, man, let me get into this, man. So first off, I wanted to talk about, because this was early, and nobody really talked about it. So I'm going to talk about it. One of the things I wanted to talk about, Doc Rivers getting fired from Milwaukee, and that was one of the most inevitable things. I thought Doc Rivers should have never been hired. Doc Rivers is one of the most inconsistent coaches that I ever seen. Like at one point, Doc Rivers, when he was with Boston, and even when he was with the Orlando Magic, he had a young team and he coached them up really, really well. And the Orlando Magic did a little something. And I don't remember how far they went, but I do remember them making it maybe to the Eastern Conference Finals or something like that. They did really, really well under Doc Rivers. And then he went to Boston. Oh, he went to the Clippers first. Or did he went to Boston first. He went to Boston. And he won his little chip, you know what I mean, which was a good team. And following year he had a better team. But you start to see after Boston that he just wasn't a big time coach. I mean, you losing 3-1 leads here, 3-1 leads there, 3-1 leads here. I mean, come on, man. You did this shit like maybe 3 or 4 times. And when I watched Doc Rivers, there just was no accountability with him, man. He always was, it's this one, it's that, it's this, it's that, it's yeah. So I wasn't surprised. He would last no more than 2 years. I didn't think he should have been hired, but whatever. The other thing, the Knicks, man. I gotta give a shout out, man. Knicks won that championship, man. It was a beautiful thing, man. Beautiful thing for New York. A beautiful thing for the NBA. What I don't like is how the NBA fucking tried to cheat the Knicks out of that championship. The NBA, ever since they introduced gambling, it's not even just the NBA. It's sports in general. I mean, it's everything, honestly, because you can gamble on just about anything now. Gambling has done a shitload of damage to sports in general, especially the NFL and the NBA. Because when it comes down to gambling, it influences sports betting. The sports betting influences the games because the NBA want to make money, and they try to set these narratives. How they won it because and even in the OKC San Antonio series, they wanted Wemby to be the face of the league, and in that tough matchup with OKC, there was a lot of fouling going on. I mean, by NBA standards, they were letting a lot of shit go, man. And it seemed like they wanted the Spurs to win that series. When I watched that series with OKC and San Antonio, it was a lot going on, man. It was a lot going on. The referees wasn't calling. And a lot of that shit was against San Antonio. San Antonio tried to do the same thing to the fucking Knicks. But the Knicks wasn't having it. The Knicks just had a much, much better team. And, they've been there before. That was the Knicks' advantage, that they had been there before. And they knew how to win. And they got this never say die thing. And they've been there before. And they know how to pull games out. And, the Knicks play into the bitter end. And that's why New Yorkers fucking love that team. They love this team. Brunson is the spearhead of that team. But back to what I was saying. Gambling has fucked the sports up. Everything is about a narrative. When there's, just like OKC last year. OKC was expected to win. And the NBA was going to do everything in its power for OKC to win. Just like they tried to do to the Knicks. It was there for everybody to see. And that was atrocious. That series, that refereeing was atrocious. And there were certain referees that I was looking at. There was the one the Afro-American guy, the older guy. This motherfucker, every time he got on every time he called the game, the whole crew, man, it was shameful. That was shameful. And had the Knicks had lost that shit, New York would have went fucking crazy. New York would have went fucking crazy. And it's insane, man, how the NBA just don't give a fuck. It's gotten to the point now with everything that these elitists, these people with money, they do not give a fuck about what the average person thinks. That shit that they did in the NBA playoffs was so fucking blatant, they just didn't fucking care. And if they could have got away with it, they would have got away with it. They would have did it. They would have stretched that shit to a 7-game series, all to make fucking money. And eventually they might have let the Knicks win. But then again, they want women to be the face. So if it came down to a game 7, the referees might have shitted us out of a fucking championship if the Knicks wasn't that damn good. That's a fucking shame. The other thing I wanted to talk about was Gainnis. I'm so fucking glad that trade is over. I'm so fucking glad that trade is done. It's been almost 2.5 fucking years. Everybody say a year and a half. It's been 2 years, man, since Giannis been talking about leaving Milwaukee. And the narrative, the bullshit, the everyday, oh, is Giannis gonna go here? Is Giannis gonna go here? Is Giannis gonna go there? First of all, I made a video about fucking Giannis. And me personally, I think Giannis fucked Milwaukee up. He's the reason why Milwaukee didn't have any draft picks. He's the reason why Milwaukee traded off all the fucking players. He's the reason why Milwaukee went through 3 fucking coaches while he was there. Because everything with him was, oh, if I can't compete for a championship, then I want to leave. And Milwaukee tried to appease him. Every year for the last 5 years, Milwaukee has tried to appease him. And slowly but surely, trade away draft pick. Don't get me wrong, Milwaukee made some bad trades. They gave away some good players. But it was all to appease Giannis. They wanted Dame, he wanted Dame Lillard. They went out and got Dame Lillard. You wanted to upgrade the roster. You made them trade Drew Holiday and whoever else was on that championship squad. You made them fire the coach that had you at 35-13 at the beginning of the season to hire fucking Doc Rivers. It's all because of Giannis. And then he can't even make up his mind if he want to leave or not. Oh, I don't know. And that shit was just a saga. It was I got to the point where I didn't even want to watch. Whenever that shit came up on my TV, I just flicked my TV. When it happened, it happened. It finally fucking happened. And honestly, Giannis is no better off than when the fuck he was with Milwaukee. He's no better off. You're over there in Miami with Bam Adebayo and who? Everybody else got traded. Tyler Hero got traded. The Spanish guy got traded. Most of the people got traded. There's nobody there. You got some draft picks, but the fuck? So you just left Milwaukee to go to warmer climate. And honestly, the time that you spent in Milwaukee the last 5 years, you only won 8 playoff games. 8 playoff games in the last 5 fucking years. Some due to injury. I get that. But overall, you're supposed to be one of the best players in the world. You know what I'm saying? And I think, honestly, that you just rebuilt Milwaukee. I think Milwaukee came out way ahead on this deal. And I think that Giannis just put himself in a more... he just put himself in the same fucking position. Now, don't get me wrong. Pat Riley's a beast, and he might finagle some shit, man.Maybe LeBron go over there. You know, who the fuck knows, man. But as it stands now, you just left one fucking problem to go to another. You're in Miami with nothing. Tyler Hero's gone. That dude, the Spanish Vasquez, whatever his name is gone. And like 2 other players. And then they got like 3 fucking picks from you. 3 number ones. The draft was kind of good. Whoever, I forget who they drafted. I didn't get that. I forget who they drafted. But they had a good draft. They had a very good draft. So you just gave him an upstart team. I mean, I didn't get what the fuck he was trying to do, and you waited all 2.5 years to put yourself in the same position that you was in when you was in Milwaukee. And that's why I say I like Giannis as a player, but I honestly I don't know what the fuck he's doing. I don't know what the fuck he's doing. And he's in a better position because you're out of the small market, and Milwaukee really couldn't do anything. But if you were gonna go anywhere, you should have went to Boston. Boston would have been the best fucking place for you, bro. Because you would have been right there, automatically competing for a championship. But I think personally, he didn't want to go to Boston because he didn't want to share the limelight. He wanted it to be where he brought the championship to Miami. That's just my thought. I don't know. And yeah, I had a couple other things to talk about, especially with this fucking Shannon Sharp thing. But I'm talk about that in another video. Anyway, I'm a couple things I wanted to talk about, man. Oh yeah, one other. Julius Randle to the Nets. I don't know what the fuck the Nets are doing. That's my team, honestly. And I love the Nets, man, but they got some good draft picks. But I'm gonna go into that in another video. But overall, I don't know what the Nets are doing. Why would you sign Julius Randle unless you just want to flip him? Julius Randle and Porter Jr., you can't flip him for something. You can't get something. If Julius Randle, pick his game up, but then he's already known around the league for what he is. So I don't know what the fuck the Nets are doing. But they did have a good draft. I'm gonna put that in there. They got some players from last year. So I understand what they're doing, but I don't understand what they're doing. They're building through the draft. And it takes them a minute, I like the guy there. I like the boy they picked, but like I said, I'm gonna go into that in another video. But back to what I was saying, man. I don't understand why the Nets would pick up Julius Randle. I don't, that I didn't understand. Everything else I understand what they did. Everything else that the Nets have done up until this point, I get it. The only thing I didn't get was the Julius Randle thing. Because if you were going to do that, I think you could have got something better. You know what I mean? But I mean, it not cost you a lot. And I think maybe they're thinking that they can flip him if he play well, and you know, they won't be at the bottom. Julius Randle is okay. So anyway, with that being said, man, this is Boogie. I know this video was kind of long, man. Please, man, if you like the content, again, like, subscribe, comment, man. Again, don't cost you nothing. You know how we do it. With that being said, this is Boogie. Boogie's Place. It's my opinion. And I'm out, man. You know how we do it. Peace.